Okay, everyone, hopefully everyone enjoyed lunch. How was lunch, okay? Thank you, Epicurean. They're a fabulous food service that serves us lunch and breakfast every day. I don't think I could make it without them, to be honest. So thank you, Epicurean, for everything that you've done. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Christina Puno Okubo, class of 96. And I am the Director of Athletics here at Notre Dame. I've been here since 2010. I started as the athletic trainer in the training room, taking care of injuries. Some of these athletes here, some of their injuries. And now I'm in charge of the athletic program here. So I'm really, really thankful you are all here today. This has been a long time coming, and we are so excited to celebrate and honor the fabulous student athletes that are here today. So let me first start out with a welcome home to all of our alum athletes, coaches, families, and athletic supporters that joined us here today. It's great to see so many familiar faces and have you back on campus. I'm blessed to be part of this historic day for Notre Dame Belmont Athletics as a current NDB community member, former Tiger athlete, and soon-to-be parent of a potential Tiger athlete, with personal connections to many of the inductees today. It truly is a full circle moment for me, and I'm humbled to be amongst the greatness in NDB alum student athletes that are with us today. And what a first inaugural class it is. Let's give them a round of applause. We are truly, truly honored that you are all here. In a time when women student athletes are finally getting the recognition they have always deserved, it's a great time for women's sports, and I am honored to welcome you all to the inaugural Hall of Fame ceremony for Notre Dame High School. I would be remiss to not acknowledge the importance of a particular trailblazer for athletics at NDB, Princess Abigail Kawanakoa from the class of 1943, who started the greatest athletic spirit event at Notre Dame, which has evolved today into what we now know as Aquacades. We want to acknowledge her contribution to NDB and thank her for the creation of our most celebrated tradition here at NDB. We hope those of you who attended last night enjoyed the evening. It was a lot of fun. The Athletics Hall of Fame is intended to celebrate the remarkable athletic achievements of the student athletes at Notre Dame High School, Belmont. The inductees today have forged a path for the many NDB student athletes after them, leaving behind an indelible legacy of athletic success in the NDB athletic program. The group of individuals being celebrated today epitomize what it means to be an NDB Tiger athlete, a great teammate, and a confident leader who competes with respect for the game. They have been and are the role models for current and future NDB Tigers aspiring to be just like them. Today is about honoring and recognizing the many talented student athletes, teams, coaches, and athletic supporters who have provided significant contributions to the Tiger tradition of pursuing excellence in education-based athletics. We have some past and current NDB athletes and coaches that are here today. Please stand and wave and be recognized. We have many alum athletes, many softball 1977 team members, coaches. Please stand, give us a wave. Thank you so much for being here. It really, really means a lot that you are here. All wonderful people. We thank you for providing support, mentorship, and guidance to all of our past and present NDB student athletes. It truly is an honor and a privilege for me to be part of this momentous occasion today to celebrate and recognize the very first Notre Dame Hall of Fame class, the class of 2024. At this time, I would like to welcome to the stage a very good friend and colleague, who along with our current Athletics Boosters President, Mr. Bob Johnson, was instrumental in the development of this Hall of Fame event at Notre Dame. He was part of the Notre Dame community for 22 years, starting out as an English teacher, tennis coach, and soccer coach for 10 years until he moved into the athletic director role for 12 years from 2010 to 2022. Please welcome to the stage Mr. Jason Levine.
Good afternoon. The inception of the Notre Dame Belmont Hall of Fame is a story of collaboration, vision, and dedication to honoring the legacy of the NDB athletic and academic achievements. It began with an idea sparked by our boosters president, Bob Johnson. Where's Bob? Bob, raise your hand. There's Bob. Father of Katie, who is graduating this year, and Lizzie, class of 25, who have had the foresight to connect the upcoming centennial year this year and the establishment of the Hall of Fame. His suggestion resonated with me and my assistant athletic director at the time, Patsy Iannone, class of 78, who recognized the significance of this milestone. Bob shared the initial concept for the Hall of Fame with Patsy and myself in the fall of 21, sparking enthusiasm and momentum in this initiative. With their support, the idea of the NDB Hall of Fame gained traction and began to take shape. As discussions progressed, Bob took the lead in reaching out to potential board members, including Hall of Fame Chair Sam Rossi, class of 2006. Sam, where's Sam? There's Sam. NDB staff and alum Kari Allegri, 1996. Where's Kari? There's Kari in the back. And current NDB athletic coordinator Kate Mahoney, over here. All of who have strong ties to the NDB community. Their involvement signaled a growing commitment to turning the vision of the Hall of Fame into a reality. As many of you know, I moved to Arizona in the fall of 2022, and that necessitated a shift in leadership. Christina Okubo, 1996, Christina here, newly hired to take the lead as NDB's athletic director, formalized an initial meeting of the Hall of Fame board committee. Under her guidance, the project gained further momentum and direction. Throughout the planning process, the support and contribution of various Hall of Fame committee members and NDB community members were invaluable. We are blessed with tremendous insight from committee members like Mr. Mike Peterson, retired principal of Sarah, alum parent and current NDB grandparent, Mr. Mike Cherdella, former NDB athletic director, and Liz Stapleton Zarella, class of 1995, and current NDB parent. Yes, round of applause for all of those. We also want to recognize Mr. John Horgan, a sports editor and journalist for several San Mateo County newspapers, who provided us with guidance and pertinent information in the development of our Hall of Fame. He couldn't make it to today's event, but we want to recognize his contribution. So let's give John a round of applause. Lastly, we could not forget the significance of another individual, Bob's wife, Mary Kamak. Mary, where are you at? Mary? 1984. President of the NDB's Alumni Board, who suggested the idea of integrating NDB's Hall of Fame induction ceremony with the annual Aquacades event, in the hope that the NDB community going forward will have a biannual Hall of Fame event coupled with Aquacades, evolving into a homecoming weekend for Notre Dame Belmont, a fitting celebration of NDB's community spirit and achievements. Finally, after much dedication and hard work, the NDB Hall of Fame became a reality, culminating in today's memorable event that honors the school's rich history and celebrates the accomplishments of our alumni and community members. This achievement stands as a testament to the power of community and collaboration, one of NDB's most powerful hallmarks, which states that we create a strong community with those whom we work and those whom we serve. Congratulations to all involved in creating an enduring legacy for Notre Dame Belmont. Go Tigers! Christina.
Okay, so thank you, Mr. Levine. So let's get to what we have all been waiting for and introduce our first inductee into the NDB Inaugural Hall of Fame class. Our first inductee into the 2024 Notre Dame Athletics Hall of Fame is Lauren Gualco Coleman from the class of 1997. Lauren Gualco Coleman was involved in sports at Notre Dame, including basketball, volleyball, and track and field. Lauren grew up down the street and attended IHM, and later became part of a group of NDB student athletes that changed the culture of the girls' basketball program. The year prior to Lauren arriving at NDB, the basketball team had won only one game. 4 years later, Notre Dame won its first CCS basketball championship in Division III. During that CCS run, Lauren led the Tigers with 31 points to defeat SI in an overtime win. Her performance in that game still remains in the CCS record books as one of the most outstanding individual scoring performances by a male or female high school basketball athlete in a CCS playoff game. She averaged 19 points per game her senior season, leading the Tigers to a 19-14 overall record that year. Lauren was the team's most valuable player and an all-league selection in basketball. She still holds the record for most points, rebounds, and blocks in a single season and game. She won CCS titles in both volleyball and basketball during her tenure as a student athlete at NDB. Lauren was also a standout high jumper who qualified for the state championships before continuing her athletic career at Cal State Fullerton. She was the high jump record holder at NDB until just last year in 2023, and set a new high jump record as a freshman at Cal State Fullerton in 1998, which remained intact for 17 years. She set the bar high for our basketball and track and field programs after her time as an NDB student athlete. Please join me in welcoming and congratulating newest member of the NDB Hall of Fame, Lauren Gualco Coleman.
I'm truly honored and deeply humbled to stand before you this afternoon as an inaugural member of the Notre Dame Athletic Hall of Fame. This moment is a culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and unwavering support from so many incredible people. I'm deeply moved to see my family, friends, teammates, and coaches gathered here today. Your presence fills my heart with warmth and gratitude, and I cannot thank you enough for being part of this very special day. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. This recognition is not just a testament to my own dedication and hard work, but also to the support of my teammates, coaches, family, and friends. Every victory, every setback, and every challenge shaped me into the athlete that I was and the person I am today. I share this honor with all who believed in me and contributed to my journey. Thank you for this incredible privilege. To my teammates, thank you for pushing me to be the very best, for the countless hours of practice and camaraderie that we shared. Each one of you played an integral role in shaping my high school experience, and I am forever grateful for the memories we created together here at NDB. To my coaches and Mr. Harkey, thank you for your guidance, mentorship, and belief in my abilities. Your dedication to helping me reach my full potential was integral in my success both on and off the court. I am truly blessed to have had the opportunity to learn from each of you. I want to especially thank my parents, my brother, and at the time, my little baby sister. Your love, support, and sacrifices were the foundation of my journey. Thank you for always being there for me, for cheering me on from the sidelines, or Freddie, screaming from the stands, or maybe even the bench at times, and for the countless hours you spent helping me pursue my dreams. I am eternally grateful for the values you've instilled in me and for the unconditional love you've showed me every step of the way. And lastly, I want to extend my deepest gratitude to my amazing husband and our two daughters. One is actually getting on a flight right now because she just won pole vault, yay, for her league. Thank you for being my rock, my inspiration, and my greatest supporters. It's because of your love and encouragement that I'm able to stand here today, celebrating this remarkable achievement. You are the true treasures of my life, and I am forever grateful for the incredible life that we share together. Today, as I accept this honor, I do so not only for myself, but also for each and every one of you who have been part of my journey. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for believing in me, supporting me, and for being a part of this incredible moment. I'm truly blessed to have each of you in my life. Thank you for this wonderful honor.
All right, congratulations, Lauren.
Our next inductee is Chama Igwe Wagner from the class of 2004 for soccer. Chama is one of the best women's soccer players to hail from the Peninsula Bay Area. While at Notre Dame, Chama won 2 CCS championships and 1 WCAL title. She was the WCAL Player of the Year after leading the league in scoring for the 3rd time as a senior. She was named Cal High Sports and High School Sports Focus Player of the Year and recognized as a San Jose Mercury News Player of the Year. Overall, during her prep career, she posted 88 goals, 61 assists at Notre Dame, and is the only player in the Notre Dame athletic history to have her number retired. She was named a 2003 Parade All-American, a 2004 NSCAA All-American, and a 2004 McDonald's All-American. She was a member of the U19 and U21 U.S. national team, and after her time at NDB, Chama went on to compete for the Cal Berkeley and Santa Clara University women's soccer teams, where she earned several Pac-10 and WCC honors throughout her collegiate career. Chama continued to play soccer professionally from 2008 to 2017, appearing in over 130 professional games. In 2017, she finished up her career in Germany, where she currently resides with her family. That same year, in 2017, she was inducted into the Peninsula Sports Hall of Fame. Please join me in welcoming the newest member of the Hall of Fame, Chama Igwe Wagner.
So nervous. I feel very honored and proud to be receiving this award today. I want to first and foremost thank my family for supporting me throughout my entire soccer career and being my biggest fans. I want to thank Notre Dame for recognizing me as an individual and helping me achieve academic and athletic excellence. Notre Dame paved the way for me to have a bright and successful future. It gave me the tools I needed to flourish as a student athlete, which carried into my collegiate and professional careers. And for that, I am forever grateful. Doors have continued to open for me, and I truly believe that the groundwork of my success began here as a teenager at Notre Dame. I want to also thank my teammates for this award. So good to see all of you guys. The fact that the 2004 soccer team is being inducted into the Hall of Fame speaks volumes. It is very humbling to be acknowledged as an individual on such a victorious and extraordinary team. But I'm receiving this award additionally because of the other players sitting here today. We were also bonded as friends, classmates, and sisters who were lucky enough to excel at our sport and have a great time doing it. The memories we shared here at Notre Dame, on and off the field, a constant reminder of how special that team was. And the fact that we get to come together and celebrate and relive this time of our lives now and for generations to come is truly such a blessing. Thanks to all the people who have continued to support Notre Dame athletics, and especially the soccer team. Thank you.
Congratulations, Chama. A little bit of a tearjerker. Okay. Okay, our next inductee into the 2024 Notre Dame Athletics Hall of Fame is Mr. Bill Harkey. Bill was one of the former Notre Dame athletic directors from 1993 to 1997. He was instrumental in building the Notre Dame athletics program from the ground up and was responsible for laying the groundwork for the success of the athletic department in the late 1990s. Bill was well respected by his peers, coaches, and student athletes, and he single-handedly raised the school's athletic profile across CCS by recruiting great coaches that stayed loyal to NDB and built successful sports programs. Under his leadership, the volleyball, basketball, softball, and track participation numbers nearly doubled with Bill at the helm. During his tenure as athletic director, NDB teams tallied 5 league championships and 3 CCS championships. Please join me in welcoming the newest member of the Notre Dame Hall of Fame class, Mr. Bill Harkey.
Brian. I'm touched, honored, overwhelmed, and proud to be included in this amazing day and this amazing event. To be part of what this athletics program has become since the time I was here is truly a testament to all the hard work done over the past 30 years by the people who came after me, including, and I'm really proud of this, Athletic Director Christina, who was a student here when I was the athletic director. It's so nice to see all the former students who are now on staff. I know that I was very fortunate to have 3 things in my favor when I arrived here in 1993. It was the right place at the right time with the right people. NDB had made a decision at that time to enhance athletics while still maintaining the highest academic standards and activities. I was trying to figure out what to do with my life after the newspaper I had worked for 24 years suddenly closed. I was lucky God's plan was never one that I had considered, and it was waiting for me. It started with my good friend Mike McKenna from my college days giving me a call saying that Notre Dame was looking for a new athletic director. After I talked to him for a while, I hung up the phone, and the one thing I had in my mind is he nuts? The next day, after a blessing from my wife, Kiki, I called Mike back and said, you know what? Maybe I'll try. That led me to Rita Gleason. She allowed me to interview, and there were 12 people or more waiting for me in the parlor as I walked in. They interrogated me pretty good there. I think I got questions about Bobby Knight and the like. But then, for some reason, Rita decided that maybe I'd be the right choice. However, she called me and offered me the job, and I came in. And the one thing on my mind was, how was I going to tell Rita, you who know Rita know she's a tough person, that I wasn't taking the job. By the time I left, Rita had convinced me that this was the right place for me. And Rita, for me, was the perfect boss. She could harness and redirect me, but she was also open to trying new things, such as, can we sell Christmas trees on the front lawn to raise money for athletics? Sure. A yard sale on a softball field? Okay. Wine tasting sale? Oktoberfest? Yeah, go ahead. Summer camp for elementary kids run by the coaches and the student athletes? Okay. New uniform colors? Sure, because those of you who remember the ones before that were brown and yellow, I'm the guy to thank. Elementary school basketball tournaments for girls, first of their kind, between December 26th and December 31st from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. with a snack stand in the lobby in front of the old gym making hot dogs and nachos all day that left a stink that lasted on the carpeted walls until graduation. She said yes. She wisely said no to most of the other things I asked for. There are several others whose shoulders I rode. Outgoing athletic director Sue Carlos was a godsend for me. She made herself available for 6 months or more for questions, and I think she finally got tired of them after 3 months, but still let me keep asking. C&D's Ginny Babel and Steve Peakey gave us access to fields and gyms when we didn't have any facilities here, mostly because the Sister Teresa Donnelly and the Yvonne and Sky Moore gifts hadn't come down from heaven with magnificent things like this. You know, all the sisters of Notre Dame who came out and watched games from their steps was amazing to me growing up a poor Catholic child. Not poor, but Catholic. Just to see the nuns come out and watch the sports was a wonderful thing for me. And there were so many people who let me in here even though I had no education experience, no education teaching experience. Vice President Kathleen Sullivan, Finance Director Minda Carcito, Office Leader Betty and Bill Rupp, who made sure that every night I locked the door before everybody went home. Sister Angie and her recruiting, Matt and Tony in the facilities, Father Michael Downey, Richard Schultz, Susan Buckley, Carolyn Hutchins, Joanne Kotlowski, Maureen Velasquez, Tom Iannone, who taught me how to save $1, spend a lot more. Peggy Brady, I think you all know Peggy Brady. She was the English teacher who would make sure that after a particularly late night, I wouldn't nap too long in my office in the morning. Other people I need to thank are the coaches who stayed. Actually, before that, Peggy I mentioned, but all the teachers here were fantastic. The coaches who stayed when I arrived were a godsend to me, such as Tom Dole and Paul Barron and Monica Hilku and Frank Rendy and Keith Stapleton. They stayed on while we added additional levels in all the sports and helped build the program. The ADs at our other schools, Debbie Matthews and Joanne Momono and Cheryl Nash and Ken Thompson and Dan Curry, the other ADs in our league. Kevin Donahue at Sarah was always at the end of a phone, and Sequoia's Jane Slater was fantastic. She was going through the same kind of rebuild of the program, and we were kind of brothers in arms. Also, there were a couple of reporters who did a lot for Notre Dame athletics, Michelle Nolan and Simi Lee, who covered us left and right, and it was a great thing to have. And of course, the students who bought into the program, you know, whether it was morning practices, mostly road games, helping line the gym at the College of Notre Dame with painter's tape on Christmas Eve so we could have our tournament, and then putting these freshman and sophomore girls out to referee these games with parents like a lot of you guys on the sidelines criticizing everything they do. Special thanks to the coaches who joined my staff the first year, Pia Elvira, Candace Castorio, Lisa Manning, Michelle Castro, Mike Benedetti, boy, there's a lot, Kaipo Andrade, Johnny Vaughn, Aaron Lewis, Brandon Imana, Mondo Nash, Josh Davenport, and all those who came in the next 3 years. Plus my kids, I mean, my sons were here, they were cleaning out lockers and making snack stands and crawling under things that you would never want to crawl under. And I also owe so much to 3 students. Shortly after I got here in May of '93, Steph Snow, Sarah Perina, and Lisa Giovanzana were 3 basketball players who came to me, and they told me, you gotta hire this person to be the next basketball coach. Well, I didn't know who he was. I interviewed him the next day and hired him on the spot. And without Marcos Lamelli, there never would have been a pipeline of coaches to do the things the Notre Dame way. I never would have learned his never say never attitude, whether it was helping coach a team that needed to coach or drive a van of students to an event that wasn't even coaching. I would also have one less goddaughter and one less lifelong friend. Without those people being in the right place at the right time for me, there's no way I would be here right now, and they are all in my Hall of Fame. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Mr. Bill Harkey. Congratulations.
It is with great pride to introduce Katie Smoot as a member into NDB's inaugural Hall of Fame. Big round of applause for Katie. Katie distinguished herself as a force to be reckoned with when she first stepped foot in the Moore Pavilion her freshman year. She led the team in kills as a freshman, catapulting the NDB varsity volleyball team to a CCS Division IV championship, which NDB volleyball had not done since 2006. Katie and the team also finished as runner-ups for the Division IV Northern California Championship, falling short of a state championship appearance that year. Coming off a stellar freshman campaign, Katie was an offensive juggernaut for NDB, leading the volleyball team the next 3 years to 2 more CCS championships, 1 Northern California championship, 1 Northern California Open selection, and 1 Division IV CIF state championship for NDB her junior season. Katie led the team in total kills, hitting percentage, and aces her sophomore, junior, and senior seasons, garnering her nickname, the Terminator, in the San Mateo Daily Journal. Her prowess and leadership earned her the titles of Bay Area Player of the Year, First Team All-State, and First Team All-Region, with a remarkable 630 kills, 61 aces, 34 blocks, and 230 digs during her senior season alone. Continuing her journey at the collegiate level, Katie's impact only grew. Beginning at the University of Arizona before transferring to UC Berkeley, she continued to excel, earning recognition as Pac-12 Player of the Week and receiving Pac-12 Honorable Mention honors twice. Leading her California Bears team in kills during her senior season, Katie continued to prove herself as a standout volleyballer. It's with great admiration that we welcome Katie Smoot into the Notre Dame Belmont inaugural 2024 Hall of Fame class, where her legacy will inspire bright, athletic, and talented young women for years to come. Congratulations, Katie, on this well-deserved honor. And I'm going to put the microphone at the right height.
Sorry, I'm nervous. I wanted to thank Notre Dame for having my family and I here today to celebrate this milestone for our school and myself. I can still remember my freshman year when I was walking with Mr. Levine in the gymnasium, and I asked him what I had to do to get my name on one of our walls here, and he said to do something important for our school. So it's a full circle moment that I'm here with all of our other inductees receiving this honor. First and foremost, I want to thank Notre Dame faculty for choosing me as one of the 6 to be part of our inaugural Hall of Fame class today. The school has done so much for me in terms of preparing me for my next steps post-high school, as well as surrounding me in all aspects with people who would push me to better myself every day. To my coach, Jenna Gresti, who shaped me as a player through all 4 years of high school and onward, I would not have been the player I am and able to become what I was post Notre Dame without you constantly pushing me and seeing my potential even before I could see it in myself. To Christina, Patsy, and Kate, thank you for being my rock from freshman year even to now. I text them constantly, even as I'm across the country currently. They created such a warm environment for me since my freshman year, and I remember always being in the training room at lunch, during any of my breaks, before and after practice, just trying to find them to keep my time occupied. Sorry, I messed up, but let me go back. I'm really bad at public speaking. To all my teammates through all 4 of my years, I would not be receiving this honor without them. Volleyball is the epitome of a team sport. We win and lose together. They supported me, pushed me, and held me down when I most needed it. And a special shout out to my teammates Melly and Tame, who I was lucky enough to be on varsity with all 4 of my years. Most importantly, to my parents, I can't even begin to thank you for sacrificing so much to help me pursue my dreams of playing volleyball at the top level. The countless hours you spent driving carpool, coming to tournaments, making sure I was eating and sleeping properly to be able to perform at the high level when I definitely did not want to. I know how hard being a parent for high school Katie was, and you don't get enough credit for that. Seriously, it was a pain a lot of the times, and everyone mentioned in this speech today can attest to that, but you were the best support system, so loving and always looking out for me, and I can't begin to thank you enough. Being able to attend Notre Dame was the biggest blessing for me, so thank you for making it happen. And to my siblings, I know how much you 3 sacrificed for me. I couldn't think of bigger cheerleaders than my brothers, Paul, Mikey, and my sister, Chrissy. They came to every single game and were probably the loudest people in the gym you could hear, no matter how many people were here in the gym. Special shout out to my sister, who I was able to win a state championship with. She was the best setter I've played with, and it was one of my highlights of my high school career being able to play with her. So with that being said, minus all of the mistakes you've heard me speak up here today, I just want to say thank you for this honor I'm receiving, and it really does take a village to create this honor for me, and go Tigers.
And now I'd like to introduce one of my mentors, Mike Trudella. Come on up here, Mike. Mike Trudella is a former athletic director here at Notre Dame. He served for about 5 years prior to me taking over as athletic director, and he helped begin to put us into the higher levels of CCS in those years that he was here. So let's give Mike Trudella a big round of applause. Mike.
I'd like to introduce the next inductee to the Hall of Fame. It's my honor, and let's see where I am here. What'd you do, screw me up here? Huh? You wanted to make me look bad? Okay, all right, I got you. Sheila Langrock is our next inductee. Sheila is from the class of 1977, was an outstanding softball player here. Sheila pitched the team to 2 back-to-back CCS championships in 1976-77. In the 1977 semifinal, she threw a no-hitter against Willow Glen. During her senior year, she compiled a 15-3 record, going undefeated in league play at 9-0, and had an ERA of 0.60, striking out 110 in 92 2/3 innings. She also led the team while at the plate, leading the team in runs scored, singles, doubles, with a .501 batting average. She was named 1977 to the All-League team, was voted the school's Athlete of the Year, and was selected as a high school all-star by Women's Sports Magazine. Upon finishing up her NDB career, Sheila was a pioneer and received one of the first women's athletic scholarships to play intercollegiate softball at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, and was awarded the Coach's Award in 1979. She played all 4 years at Cal Poly and is currently ranked 8th in program history with 38 victories, 7th in career shutouts, 7th in ERA for a single season. Sheila was invited to try out for the International Women's Professional Softball team, the San Jose Sunbirds, and pitched for an all-star team that toured Taiwan. Please join me in welcoming the newest member of the Notre Dame Hall of Fame, Sheila Lang-Rock.
Thank you so much for this incredible honor. I can't believe it has been a little over 50 years since I played on my first Notre Dame high school team. Half a century. That was the time when Title IX had just passed and female athletes were just starting to get recognized for their athleticism and athletic achievements. I remember back then, our high school teams shared the same uniform between volleyball, softball, and basketball. And we quickly realized that shorts were not very amenable to sliding into home plate. Our coaches were teachers and parents who volunteered their time to help us learn how to play the game. They also spent a great deal of time securing sponsors and raising funds for our team. At that time, the budget dedicated to women's sports was minuscule. I remember the first couple of years, our softball field was just a grass lawn, and some of the schools that we played had paved parking lots as their softball fields. It was not until my junior year in 1976 that they created the Women's CIF CCS Sectional Softball Championships and started offering college athletic scholarships to women. That year, our softball team placed third in sectionals, and our only loss was to the team that won the championship. I remember people telling us that a little all-girls Catholic private school will never win CIF. But while I was at Notre Dame, I learned that if I believed in myself, I would not be limited by what people say I can't do, and to always follow my dreams. By senior year, we ended up winning CIF, and I was lucky enough to earn a college softball scholarship. I also remember my college advisor telling me that I will never get into vet school if I play on a college team. So I played anyway and graduated from Cal Poly and UC Davis Vet School with honors, and later started my own vet practice. We have come a long way. We have come a long way in women's sports since then. Thank you, Billie Jean King, Misty May, Carrie Walsh, Simone Biles, Michaela Schifrin, Caitlin Clark, and the U.S. women's professional soccer team, to name just a few of our great female athletes. But we do still have a long way to go. This honor is not just for me, but for all my teammates. Many of us played multiple sports together throughout our time at Notre Dame, and the 4 years we spent together was a very special time in my life. Sorry. Thank you, coaches Lydia and Paul Schneider, for all the time and effort that you put into our team. Thank you for making it such a fun time. And thank you for making sure that all the money that you raised for our team ended up going to our team rather than being redirected to other non-athletic programs. It was an amazing time. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for being so supportive all those years. I would like to dedicate this award to my father. Don Langrock. You coached my elementary, high school, and city league softball teams. As an airline pilot, you scheduled your flights around our practices and our games, often flying all-nighters. You even brought your tractor to our high school and built our dirt infield. Without your help, we would not have had the proper field to practice and play games on. You taught me the importance of hard work, dedication, teamwork, and sportsmanship. Thank you again for this honor.
Our final inductees we would like to honor this afternoon is the 2004 Notre Dame Belmont varsity soccer team. Perhaps the greatest team in school history to ever wear a Notre Dame athletic uniform. 2004 varsity soccer team were West Catholic Athletic League and Central Coast Section outright champions. Winning CCS is a feat on its own, but to win a WCAL league title against powerhouse schools like Archbishop Mitty and St. Francis, along with winning a CCS title outright, is an incredible accomplishment. The previous year in 2003, the NDB varsity soccer team finished as Division II CCS co-champions with presentation, finishing the game in a 1-1 tie after regulation and overtime. The following year, after a remarkable season, the Tigers returned to the Division II CCS championship game, facing presentation once again, but this time avenging the tie from the previous year and completing their epic season as outright CCS champions after a 2-1 victory over presentation. Not only did this team have the Player of the Year in Choma Igwe and Freshman of the Year Michelle Ansage, they also had 8 players that earned WCAL first and second team, all league honors. 17 of the players on this team won back-to-back CCS championships here at Notre Dame, and 11 players from that team went on to play intercollegiate soccer. The team was coached by Mr. Mike Becker, who won 3 consecutive Division II CCS titles in 2003, 2004, and 2005. Please join me in welcoming the newest members of the Notre Dame Hall of Fame, the 2004 soccer team. Please come up.
Well, it's a hard group to follow. Coming up here after all the speeches and talk and all the members that have been added to the... Anyway, this group of players here, we're a fantastic group. They're 1 in a million. But a little bit about myself. I came to Notre Dame in 1999. I was hired by Rita Gleason and Chris Miller to coach the varsity soccer team. Back then, we were playing the GPSL, and it was a different group, but same attribute as far as their playing style. I want to say it was a privilege and an honor to be coaching here at Notre Dame, because everywhere we traveled, everybody knew Notre Dame. They always talked about this school, and they talked about the teams and how competitive they were and how tough they were to play and how Notre Dame carried itself in a way they were respected, and they did that on the playing field. I also want to thank all of you parents and family members who were here to support these girls at that time, because they deserved it. And you were always there picking up the pieces, traveling with them, faraway tournaments, being there to support them. I also want to say that there's quite a few individuals that were involved in the forming of this team and supporting the team. Number one was Christina Kubo, who is a trainer, and Patsy Ione, who was in the office and the administration. Now she's the assistant athletic director. Mike Chardella, who was there supporting in the background always. Chris Miller, who was always there, and anytime I needed anything, he was there in helping us to cover everything that we needed: buses, vans, transportation here and there, setting up games. I also want to say that there's a quote that a great soccer player made in his speech, and this is Pele, who was one of the greatest soccer players to ever play the game. In his speech, he says, "Success is no accident. It's hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love for what you do. When you are winning, nothing hurts. And when you're winning, that's the best. Lastly, talent wins games, but teamwork wins championships." So this team, they played as a team, a very talented team, many talented players, but they came together and they had the resolve to play together, and they had the chemistry to build one another's confidence, and always playing together to win. And that was their main drive, to win. And at practices, you should have seen them go at each other. It was tough. I mean, they were always playing hard, taking each other out. Sometimes they had to yell at them, give them a timeout so they could calm down. Or take a lap or two around the field. But they did a great job. And the success that they had, you have to give it to them. And I really appreciated being part of it. They were the players on the field, and they carried out the winning situation and the game plan. And it was really fun during that time. At this time, I'd like to open the floor to the players, because I didn't want to delegate anybody to speak. So anybody that would like to say something to the players?
They all volunteer me, but nobody knows what I do with a microphone. Come on! Okay, but seriously, thank you, Mr. Becker, for everything that we were able to accomplish as well. We're representing a larger team, and we've spoken with some folks who couldn't make it today, so on behalf of everyone, thank you for... Why are you standing right behind me? Truly, this is such an honor, not one I think any of us expected. When we talked about back when we were playing, this was never anywhere on our radar. It didn't exist, so thanks to everyone who made this happen. And not just Mr. Becker, the soccer program, Notre Dame as a whole. I think just in the few minutes that we were able to catch up before we were here, really laid the foundation of who we were as women. We have a very unique experience here at Notre Dame. I'm getting emotional. But this really was a time of our lives when we look back, and it's so fond. We haven't seen each other in 20 years, which is insane. And we're right back to being, in our 2003-2004 season, when this gym was brand new, and we were just playing because we loved it, and we were friends off the field. We're from different classes, different years, and none of that mattered when we were on the field. And so thank you to Notre Dame for giving us that. All the teachers, the faculty who are here to celebrate this, we thank you, and all of our parents. As Mr. Becker said, there was a lot of traveling. There was a lot of making sure we did our homework when we got home, but most importantly, it was helping to continue to the tradition, and that's huge at Notre Dame, and it was huge on our team. It was pasta dinners that started before any of us were here at Notre Dame. It was the rituals that we had before we traveled and got on the bus, brake checks. Where's Mr. Levine? Make sure we had our seatbelts on, gotta be safe. But truly, thank you. Thank you to this team. This is super fun. This was a reunion none of us expected. And we're having a great time. So thank you. Thank you to Notre Dame, which always, forever will be, I think, such a special place to all of us. So thanks. Oh, Megan, you want to do the cheer? She dug out her Letterman jacket. Go ahead, by all means. Go ahead. All right. This wasn't my idea, just for the record. Congratulations. Congratulations to the 2004 soccer team. Incredible. Thank you, guys. You made me cry. I'll just leave this here since we are almost at the end of our program. Incredible team. Lastly, I just want to thank you all for being part of this historical inaugural Hall of Fame event. It truly takes a village to organize an event like this, so at this time I'd like to thank the many community members that contributed to make this event possible. Our incredible Hall of Fame committee members for your insight and efforts, especially our committee chair, Samantha Rossi, class of 06, our varsity basketball coach. Awesome, thank you for all of your hard work, taking the lead to make this event come to fruition. Thank you to my fantastic team in athletics, Patsy, Kate, and Will, for everything you do. I couldn't ask for a better group of people to work with every day. We have a lot of fun in that office over there. I'd like to special thanks for Mr. Levine for coming all the way from Arizona to be part of this celebration. Thank you, Jason. Thank you to Mr. Tradella for assisting with the MC, since our MC couldn't make it today. As well as, Mr. Jason Levine and Bob Johnson, who had the vision to coincide this event with the centennial year. Our Dad's Club, our fantastic bartenders, Boosters Club that helped with all of the decorations today, Kat Adamas, our photographer, she also did the fantastic programs, our slideshow. Thank you, Kat Adamas, you are fantastic. Ms. Esselot for taking time out of her busy schedule to be here, Mr. Tom Zach, who set up the recording so that we can send you a recording so you have this forever. In your memory. Epicurean for the wonderful food, Karen Silva, who did the beautiful flower arrangements and the decor for this event. Thank you, Karen Silva, Mary Kamak, and the NDB Alum Board, our student-athlete volunteers who were here helping out today. Thank you for your support and all that you do for Notre Dame Belmont Athletics. Special shout out to Will Evans and Raphael, who helped us make that fantastic Hall of Fame wall,
Woo, that took us a lot of time this week, but we got it done in time, so be sure to check out the wall on your way out. They worked tirelessly to make that happen. Most importantly, our inaugural Hall of Fame inductees. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being an inspiration for all those that have come after you and for taking time out of your busy schedules to be part of this historic moment. We also want to thank all of the family, friends, teammates, coaches, faculty, and athletic supporters of the inductees for being here today, as well as the many current NDB community members for your support of NDB athletics and this fantastic event. Thank you all. Have a great rest of your weekend. Hang out for a little bit, socialize. There's no rush. But thank you all for being here. Go Tigers.